Instead of looking for such short-term solutions, the industry needs to band together and significantly up its cybersecurity game. Even as the ongoing SBF FTX saga continues to rule the crypto airwaves, a worrying trend that has recently caught the attention of many digital currency enthusiasts is the practice of hackers returning a portion of the money they receive for finding protocol exploits. In this regard, the criminals responsible for the 14.5 million Team Finance attack recently disclosed that they would be given 10% of the money they had stolen as a reward. Similar to this, Mango Markets, a decentralized finance network based in Solana that was recently the target of a $110 million hack, disclosed that its community of supporters was working towards reaching a consensus, one that would enable the hacker to receive $47 million as a reward for disclosing the exploit. I want to find out if this trend is beneficial for the long-term growth of the market for digital assets. It is common for popular protocols to be forked or simply copied and pasted, leaving them full of hidden bugs. This practice of encouraging black hatters to become white hat encourages the industry to raise its standards for best practices. If we claimed that only white hat hackers existed in an ideal world, we would be wrong. But the case we're seeing, where hackers are now returning some of the funds, which wasn't always the case, is a significant advancement, especially at this delicate time when it's becoming more obvious how many projects and exchanges are connected and could have an impact on the ecosystem as a whole. The likelihood of a hacker using the digital assets obtained illegally is almost zero because every action they take can be tracked. The project typically does not prosecute the hacker when they agree to return a portion of the stolen funds, and they are even permitted to use the remaining funds legally. According to a crypto auditing company that works with several Fortune 500 companies, this kind of white hat behavior could be beneficial for the blockchain industry in the long run because it gives the chance to find DeFi protocols vulnerabilities before they become too serious. However, this might not always be the case. Allowing hackers to store money in this manner not only violates the fundamental principles of a decentralized financial system, but also encourages distrust-inspiring behavior. It cannot be justified on any level as something that should be tolerated. The foundations of a secure and fair financial system remain constant. The idea that the only way to stop hacking is to include the issue in the solution has a serious flaw. For a brief time, it might fill a small crack, but the crack will only widen under the strain of the shoddy repairs, destabilizing the market. Some people believe this to be a terrible practice. It is comparable to paying criminals to hold hostages. This only serves to increase the hackers' awareness that they can commit serious crimes and get paid for them and face no consequences. Because these incidents still cause people and DeFi platforms to lose a lot of money. Just because a hacker is kind enough to return some of the money doesn't automatically make it a good practice. We cannot allow decentralized finance to be linked to malicious security upgrades. We require trustworthy and impenetrable security systems throughout the Web2 and Web3 ecosystem in order for mass adoption by businesses and individuals. It is absurd, to say the least, and does nothing to advance the industry that a group of hackers are ostensibly in charge of cybersecurity. Will this set a bad precedent for the industry? Hackers are encouraged to find bugs and zero-day exploits even among established Web2 companies such as FAANGs of this world, in exchange for specific rewards. However, there are frequent stringent requirements, and it is thought to be beneficial for the ecosystem for white hat hackers to find these vulnerabilities. Major discoveries or exploits typically alert internal security teams as well as the entire industry, but it's a precarious slope. We should, in my opinion, define what a white hat hacker is. Could you classify as a white hat hacker? For instance, a hacker who is cornered or reluctantly returns only 10% of the funds? These sizable salaries may act as a strong incentive for white hats to engage in more of these schemes. However, it's always preferable for the protocol's users if some of the appropriated funds are recovered rather than witnessing 100% of a protocol's funds being compromised or permanently disappearing. On a more upbeat note, since the DeFi market is driven by the community, such actions might be seen favorably because hackers are frequently asked to work for the projects they exploited, turning their actions into actual penetration tests. What may be the solution? It's no secret that majority of the Web3 ecosystem cybersecurity solutions are based on the Web2 architecture of the past, making them highly centralized. The norms for publishing and executing smart contracts won't be significantly altered or improved if these urgent problems are not resolved using decentralized solutions. Because hackers are not held accountable or penalized, these kinds of breaches will continue to occur. Because the fundamental weaknesses are not addressed, I think a just pay the hacker strategy will increase the risk for DeFi and other decentralized platforms. The main issue here is not hacking or the fictitious bounties that pay hackers, but rather an apparent lack of audits, high-quality security procedures, and risk assessments, particularly from projects that have millions of dollars worth of crypto assets in their coffers. Established banks spend a lot of money on security reviews, risk audits, etc., making them virtually impossible to hack into. The crypto industry needs to demonstrate the same degree of technical oversight. Therefore, one can say that the hackers are simply illustrating how much more work the crypto sector as a whole needs to put into security practices as we move into a future driven increasingly by decentralized technologies. If this video brought you any value, do like the video and consider subscribing. This has been the Coin Fixer. Till next time.